Some of you might be surprised, but I am what you might consider a hero. As the world is full of people who can't get anything done without being inspired or frightened by super being, there will always be a need for us heroes. However, as I was making my way to the annual Hero Convention, I couldn't help having a nagging doubt. Am I really a hero? When the average teenager looks up to me, is he looking at the right role model? The sight of a beautiful blonde teenager asking for a selfie with me calmed me down. I haven't lost it. I declined her invitation for a threesome with her twin sister and walked in. For a moment I felt a tinge of humility, but as I'm obviously sure and definitely larger than life, I took my seat. "Welcome," said the host James O'Brien. When I was asked to do this gig, I said to myself, "Dude, you don't need this. Heroes are 20 a tenner, and you don't do brown nosing." The crowd howled with laughter, and James continued, "The whole idea of a hero is we build some zero up, only to chop his head the next moment. Don't get me wrong, very few know how to use their heads these days. Stephen Hawking, Zinedine Zidane and myself, for example. The secret is we use our head to score." The crowd agreed, and James continued, "But I know glory is transient. One day you're a hero, the next a zero." I noticed the absence of Isaac Newton. "A new hero comes along," said O'Brien, "and off goes your head. Yours, mind. I, James O'Brien, am here to stay, believe me." He basked in the glory for a second, then continued, "But some heroes are bulletproof, and so let me introduce to you the first one. The mark of a true hero is that whatever you throw at him, he can take. You show him to be stupid and abhorrent, and he just yawns. You insult him, and he doesn't give a shit. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Yahweh." The old bearded man got up and thanked the crowd. "I've been around a few thousand years, and I've seen false heroes come and go. I'm not one to blow my own trumpet, so I'll have to thank my Creator." He clapped his hand and gestured toward Moses, who was beaming with pride. "Thank you," said James, and pushed Yahweh off the stage. I thought he'd never shut up. The next hero is an old hero of mine, even though I don't do heroes. A bearded man in his mid-30s rose up from the dead and stood up. "Please hand it to Jesus," said O'Brien. "The other chick as well," he added. "Unlike our host," said Jesus, "I do false modesty. I am the world humility champion to the benefit of all you sinners out there. For example, the glory you all give me does not really belong to me, but to my dad, who's too busy to waste his time and space on you tonight." "Is he a true hero or what?" said James, and high-fived the hand that scored against England. "It was my father's hand," said Jesus with humility. "I noticed the absence of another hero of mine, Diego Maradona." "Next," says O'Brien as a bearded man was rising to his feet. "Hold your donkeys, Mohammed. I need to introduce you gently first for security reasons. So, our next hero is quite controversial, which is the mark of a great hero. Anyone can be a hero to the nearest and dearest." I looked at the beaming Mrs. O'Brien as the hero continued. "Humanity is made up of two kinds. One kind lives a short, empty life to the full, while the other keeps asking their heroes, 'Are we there yet?'" Muhammad was smiling with humility. I recognize that I am an inspiration, even though I don't deserve it. "You are so right," said O'Brien, "but you are a hero nonetheless, and thanks to your leadership, many people who ask, 'Are we there yet?' find that the answer is yes." "Shukran," said Muhammad. "Thank you. I really don't deserve the adoration and kind words. Every time I hear Allahu Akbar, I turn around to see if there is. Are you suggesting you are a god?" "Of course not. I am but a telephone line, and a disconnected one at that. For example, if I was in charge, Maradona would be eating and wiping his bottom with the same hand today. It wasn't God's hand, but that's my humble opinion. Luckily for him, his God is a wimp." I noticed the absence of Oscar Pistorius, another hero of mine. Muhammad continued, "And those who use their head to score." "And that," said O'Brien, who just lost his head, and so used his backside to continue, concludes the hero list for this year. I looked around somewhat confused. There were about 20,000 of us, and we were all angry and headless. We were heroes and then zeros. I tried to catch O'Brien's eye, but as he was talking as to Bashar Assad and Lance Armstrong, what chance did I have?